The difference between...
We start in the company of 38,000 Mancunians and the match of the day. Third place City against first place United.
2 goals in the closing 10 minutes of last year's Maine Road derby by Brian McClare, rescued a point for United. McClare, one of 2 key men to pass late fitness tests today. Dennis Irwin the other, as Alex Ferguson's injury problems ease. Paul Parker and Gary Pallister are back in action too. But Paul Ince isn't quite 100%, so Clayton Blackmore will play in midfield. Ryan Giggs is preferred to Andrei Kanchelskis. David White scored twice for City in that thrilling 3-3 draw last season and returns today after a 6-week absence nursing a broken collarbone. Good news all round for the Blues because Niall Quinn is fit to lead the attack. Mike Sheeran makes way for White's return. Clive Allen is back in business on the substitutes bench. White and Brightwell, the only 2 Mancunians in the derby. A Yorkshireman in charge, Keith Hackett, the experienced FIFA referee. This is something rather more than a local squabble today. The Championship of Manchester could be an eliminator for the Championship of England this time. City were 10 points adrift of United at the end of September. The gap is now just 3 points. Gary Pallister, whose contest with Niall Quinn will be a key one today, and getting caught by Ian Brightwell. Just for the record, City would have to win by 6 clear goals to entertain any hopes of returning to the top of the table tonight. Although I think they'd settle for a 5-goal win and second place if that was the deal on offer. The deal is that it's sure to be an aggressive, all-action afternoon. Derby victories are rarely spectacular, but they're always celebrated spectacularly. Gary Pallister has had an early reminder of the nature of the local rivalry. Not exactly in the best of health or spirits, but he'll continue much to the relief of Alex Ferguson. Keith Curle, one of 4 players on view, new to Manchester derbies. Steve Redmond, who's played in more than anybody on the field. Pallister winning the early exchanges with Quinn. Peter Reid catching Clayton Blackmore. And a yellow card for the Manchester City player-manager. Keith Hackett has seen enough. He is one of the more sympathetic referees. He likes to give the game a chance to flow. But Reid's challenge prompted the early booking. Webb looking for Giggs. Hill looking for the ball. Giggs actually got to it first. McClare in support. Space here for Brian McClare. Drives it towards the near post and Tony Coton has to make a smart save. Peter Reid says that Coton is, in his opinion now, quite simply the best goalkeeper in England. Tested there by McClare. Corner the result. Irwin takes. Found its way over both Quinn and Pallister at the near post. And into the hands of Coton again. But Brian McClare was allowed all kinds of room there. He did have men in support, but they were well marked and he had to go for goal. Pallister with the help of a little nudge that time. Almost a game within a game, that, between Pallister and Quinn. It'll be a difficult game for the referee to adjudicate on. There's bound to be a little bit of nudging and pushing going on every time they compete for the ball in the air. This might just be within Steve Redmond's range. Reid instead square to Curle. I'm not sure that he was anticipating that. Hill to Brightwell. He just let it run beautifully. David White now, he's got support. Oh, and he wasn't aware of it. Both Michael Hughes and Niall Quinn were waiting. David White is now being made aware of it. But he just had to squeeze it back best he could. It was deflected off Parker. And City have the consolation of a corner kick. Adrian Heath takes it. Oh, the header by Quinn. Comfortably saved by Peter Schmeichel, but Quinn got above Pallister that time. Andy Hill was jumping just in front of him, but it was Quinn who made the headed contact. Hughes. Unable to direct the pass because Reed it was that time, all over him, sliding in with a challenge, making it difficult. Keith caught by Bruce. The referee will want a word with Steve Bruce. Adrian Heath may want a word with him when he's back on his feet. It was a sharp challenge to say the least, and it cut right through Adrian Heath, sent him tumbling almost into a back somersault. Adrian Heath will saunter on. He's had quite a week. He became a father for the first time on Thursday. He would love to round it off with a goal. It's overdue in truth. Curl with a free kick. Quinn helps it on. Parker, he's in there. Robson into an arm there. Poynton back in towards Quinn. Might still fall for Brightwell. Headed away by Bruce. Manchester United have a free kick in the midst of all that. Manchester City are protesting there. There was a feeling that maybe Brian Robson had handled it. I'm not sure how wittingly. In the end, Quinn rather got in Brightwell's way there. And it was Quinn who handled it in the end. But earlier in that move, maybe Robson. Got the ball. Hughes went tumbling. Nothing doing, says the referee. Heath ahead of Webb. Cut down again. Wants to play on, but the referee wants to book Webb. Temperature rising, close to boiling point. It was a desperate tackle by Webb. Siding down Heath as he skipped away from him. Curl with a free kick. Quinn chests it down, but that time he was using his arm to lever off Pallister. A decision applauded by the Manchester United centre-back, contested by the City centre-forward. But just about every decision is contested in this kind of game. City pushing up for offside and getting it against Hughes. Redmond's free kick. All tumbling there. Adrian Heath nicking in. Well, he beat Bruce to the ball. His shot had Schmeichel rooted, but it was off target. He's such a bright little customer, Adrian Heath. He's always wide awake, always alert to that sort of possibility. And that low centre of gravity enables him to turn and whip the ball in like he did there. Schmeichel was committed, it wasn't far away. Pushed that time by Redmond on Leclerc. Manchester United free kick. Brian Leclerc missed Scotland's midweek date with San Marino because of hamstring trouble, but he'll have his fingers crossed in the hope of a trip to the European Championship still. He figured in 5 of the previous 6 internationals. Webb with the free kick, which Leclerc won. Bruce suddenly with space, able to chest it down. Cleared by Redmond. Robson. It was awkward for Copeland, but it wasn't what Robson had in mind. And he was trying to turn the ball back to the supporting red shirts in the box. Miss-hit. And easy for Copeland. Pointed. Hughes with room ahead of it. Pallister coming across. His back pass might not quite get there. And Hughes has knocked it through Schmeichel. And Irwin has knocked it away. It wasn't the best of back passes, but Hughes looked second favourite there to Schmeichel, but somehow he forced it past the United keeper. Irwin the saviour. Right well. He's fouled Parker, and City have lost the momentum. But Michael Hughes very nearly forced the opening goal there. Gary Pallister won't care to see that again. Schmeichel didn't really get his body behind it, but Owen got his right boot behind it. Pallister. Hughes. McClare finding Robson. Hughes again. Dennis Irwin. 4 forward ahead of him. One of them here, Brian McClare. Neil Webb. Ryan Robson. Neat United approach play here. Robson's found space here for Clayton Blackmore, who can strike them. But Steve Redmond hurled himself in the way of Blackmore's shot. Diverted it away to safety. Blackmore didn't quite have as much time as he thought. Bruce and Pallister in the foreground. On return ticket from the back. Stoppage time at the end of the first half. Dennis Irwin with the corner for United. Header away by Poynton. And Irwin doesn't have time for a second chance. Close encounters of the Manchester kind. Too close to call so far. Very, very competitive. It could hardly be anything else with Peter Reid out there. He and Neil Webb were booked in the first half. The best chance probably, or the best opening forced by City in the closing minutes by Michael Hughes, but not taken. It's goalless at halfway. Big Manchester occasion, and one or two big Manchester names are about. Mike Sweeney, and Mike Lavelle there, taking a break from the garage. Sometimes these derby clashes become almost too important for their own good. Manchester's had the best part of 2 weeks to build up the significance of this game. So much to get excited about, but the player's been a little too excitable and anxious so far. But the pace won't drop. Somebody's going to have to raise his game to win it. Keith Curl, the Manchester City skipper. Raising the ball over the head of Neil Poynton. City haven't beaten United just once in the last 10 years. A small matter of a 5-1 hiding here 2 seasons ago. That's their sole success in a dozen league derbies in that time. What they did do last season, of course, was finish above United for the first time since 1978, an achievement celebrated here with almost as much relish as the Cup Winners' Cup was over at Old Trafford. Giggs got a nudge from Hill there. Robson with a free kick. Neil Webb trying to burst through and set up a chance for Blackmore. Good save by Coton. Cleared by Brightwell. Clayton Blackmore had a clear side of goal then, but Tony Coton blocked out the lights. Parker's cross, too far for Giggs. Hill helping it out for a throw-in. Manchester United's spirits will be raised by that early opening in this second half. Coton in charge again from Giggs' cross, but it was Clayton Blackmore there who made the most of Neil Webb's break into the box. His control was good, his shot was strong, but Coton's goalkeeping excellent. Clayton Blackmore has now caught Peter Reid. And Clayton Blackmore's name will be noted by Keith Hackett. Fence. And there's the magic sponge. Have you always wanted to know what a magic sponge looks like? There it is, at work. Reid giving the sort of nod to the physio that a boxer might give to a cornerman when he's asked whether he wants to go out for another round. Reid always gets up from the stool when the bell goes. Curl with the free kick. Parker's header. Reid immediately involved again. Pallister. Reid once more. Irwin. Hill trying to turn it back in. Giggs did well. Brightwell. Forced away by Blackmore, who was being fouled by Poynton. was in the way. Now Quinn is onside. Couldn't quite stretch out the longest left leg in football to control the ball. Boarded the pass. Held in well. Here's Quinn again. Robson that time. The buffer. White's throw in to Adrian Heath. Turn back to Brightwell. Headed by Webb. Brightwell again. Miscued. Robson trying to sort it out. Got some help from Dennis Irwin. Neil Webb looking back to his goalkeeper, and he was aware that Quinn was there. He was aware that Brightwell was getting in a challenge, and he didn't have the time that he thought he had. Could have been worse actually for Webb. Suddenly a back pass didn't seem like a very good idea. In towards Quinn. It's come through to Peter Reid. Well, that's what he thought of it. He's only ever scored once for Manchester City. Never on this ground. It would have been quite a story if he'd cut that one into the top corner. Neither Hill or Quinn could make contact. Just wouldn't really come down for Reid. Put it on the half volley. White's header. Away by Pallister. Mark Hughes. Neil Webb. McClare looking for Hughes again. Pearl hesitated. Hughes was in. Almost fatal hesitation by the City skipper. Mark Hughes pouncing. Snatched at the shot a little bit in the end. It was a decent chance. Hughes first to the ball, but unable to convert. Trying for Manchester City to make a substitution with a quarter of the game to go. David White's comeback comes to an end, and Mike Sheeran, after 7 games in a row in the starting lineup, 7 games in which he scored 4 goals, comes on as a substitute to try and add that missing ingredient. Quinn just caught Webb across the forehead there with his swinging arm. It wasn't an elbow in the face as such. He had a lot of ground to make up to try and get to the goalkeeper's clearance. So with Pallister going forward, Quinn has to become centre-half again. And there is the centre-half. Robson, good tackle on Brightwell. Ryan Giggs stepping away from Andy Hill. Tried to squeeze it through to McClare. Webb maybe. Not what Peter Reid's about. Covington streaking away. Adrian Heath making the busy run into the corner. Steve Bruce across to marshal him. Heath has turned Bruce. Dead ball line. On goes Heath. Chance for Sheeran. Stopped by Schmeichel. Hooked away by Pallister from right under the nose of Niall Quinn. I do believe that was Mike Sheeran's first touch. It was very nearly a goal. Skipping, mischievous run by Adrian Heath. Embarrassed the Manchester United defence. And when he got to the dead ball line, he had the presence of mind to pick out Mike Sheeran, but Sheeran couldn't quite pick out the corner. Manchester United are desperate to make a substitution. Neil Webb's afternoon comes to an end. Greg Taylor was saying in the week that he may just have lost a little bit of his old sharpness. He certainly hasn't lost any of his passing ability, but he makes way for Paul Ince now. Great swap in midfield. Ince just 50-odd minutes in the last 3 weeks because of an ankle injury. Neil Webb takes a well-earned breather. Poked forward by Irwin. Put off by Redmond. United throw. City's most significant failing last season was losing at home to all 4 of the sides that eventually finished above them in the table. 12 points surrendered to their closest rivals. They've won as many games as anybody in the First Division this time, but they've already lost 3 at home. actually kept a clean sheet in the league game here all season. They've done that so far, but they would dearly love to find a winner and edge up alongside United. McClare, though, kept out by Coulson. Turned away by Redmond, who was clipped by Blackmore. I think it was a surprise strike as much as anything by Brian McClare. It was well struck, but Coulson would have been very disappointed had it wriggled out of his hands and past him. He won the tackle, went for goal, but Coulson was up to it. Brightwell's back flip. Heath into the path of Sheeran. Robson crashing in. Sheeran won it back. Away by Parker. McClare. Ince. Given straight to Andy Hill. Brightwell's made a forward run. Robson again. The tackling from Robson and Reed today has been epic. There's a lot of fuss made about that England flank forward Mickey Skinner during the Rugby Union World Cup. I don't see either of those two against him. Manchester United throw to restart. And Hill's quickly into the action. Quinn turning quickly. Here's Mike Sheeran. Square to Adrian Heath. Real chance. That's been the story of his year in front of goal. He does so much good work on behalf of the team, but his finishing touch has just left him for the moment. I think that's just about the clearest opportunity of the afternoon. And Adrian Heath, who's got over a year without scoring, couldn't take it. Reed. Tailor-made for Quinn and Pallister. Quinn won that one. Curl. Pallister. Boynton. Hughes. Wrong-footed Pallister, but not Robson. Good play by the Manchester United skipper. A marvellous example. Reed and Robson set to the others today. Bruce's header falling for Sheeran. Adrian Heath. Sheeran. Neil Poynton straining to get forward but won't keep it in. Reed. In the way. McClare for Robson. McClare this time for Irwin. I didn't fancy the idea of a 50-50 with Andy Hill there. Quite rightly retreating into his defensive position, giving it up as a lost cause. Peter Reed, who doesn't know the meaning of the phrase. Steve Bruce across with a challenge. Down goes Reed again. Been an ever-present again this season, Steve Bruce. He was actually quite ill during the half-time interval in the match at Sheffield Wednesday 3 weeks ago, but he still managed to lift himself and get out for the second half. And he loves these kinds of contests. Peter Reed does it, although the plot will be rather lost of him at the moment. And Peter Reed is going to take time out on the sidelines to watch the last 3 minutes in the role of non-playing manager. Clive Allen will have to replace him. But he's sweated blood in the cause of his club this afternoon. A richly deserved ovation for the lifeblood of Manchester City these days. Peter Reed giving way in the dying minutes of this game to injury and maybe even exhaustion. And Clive Allen, as sharp a goal poacher as there is, 3 goals to its credit this season in just 1.5 games. Comes on. Great favourite with the crowd. He really would be a favourite if he could pop one in now. Two more minutes. Michael Hughes with the free kick. Didn't reach Allen thanks to Hughes. Mark Hughes, that is. Andy Hill launching the long throw. Gary Pallister the clearance. Sheeran didn't really get hold of it. Quinn poked it on. Parker managed to scoop it away. Hughes bringing it down and clearing it calmly. Coton dumping it back where it came from. Pallister beating Quinn to it though. Robson on towards McLeod. Now or never. Robson in towards Blackmore. Couldn't control the header. It was neither one thing nor the other. Never going to trouble Coton. Never going to link up with the 3 supporting United players inside the box. Robson's raking cross. Blackmore just got a little bit too much left to right on that. Ryan Giggs. Mark Hughes is in support. Giggs turning away from Heath. On towards Hughes. McLeod popped up now. 4 inches inside the penalty area. Here is Brian McLeod. Couldn't find a way past Heath. Tireless to the end, Heath. Disappointed maybe that he's wasted the best opportunity of the game. And yet he's been one of the best players on view. Something for everyone from Manchester's big day out. United keep their 3-point lead over City. They keep up the pressure. Gary Pallister managed to keep Niall Quinn at arm's length. Keith Curle managed to see off Mark Hughes. There were chances. Blackmore forced a good save. Adrian Heath had a clear sight of goal in the closing stages. A result which may ultimately favour the other title contenders. But it keeps the peace in Manchester, and it keeps the Manchester Championship Challenge moving on 2 fronts. Final score, City 0, United 0.
Adrian, I don't think there's much doubt who had the best chance of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was a great chance. Should have scored. No mistake about it. You know, I'm a bit disappointed because overall I thought I did well and the team played well. I think it was just what we deserved. But yeah, it's a bit disappointing. But overall, I thought we played quite well.
You are doing everything but scoring at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's pretty much par for the course the way the chance went today. But I've just got to keep going. The manager can't do any more than just keep picking me and showing the faith he is showing in me. Hopefully, I can repay him by getting 1 goal. And as they normally say, they come in gluts. So let's hope if I do get one, I can sort of keep going from there.
Do you think there's a champion team in Manchester this season?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think I said before the season started, I thought United would go close. And I think we've surprised a few people. And I think if we can stay clear of injuries and play like we have done today, there's not many teams who'll beat us.
It was a tense affair. It could have gone either way. I thought we played a better football. But whether it was a good game or not, I couldn't judge.
It's great for Manchester to have you both up there, though, isn't it?
Oh, I think it's fabulous, yeah, I agree with that. I think it's good for the city because, you know, there was this hype of the fact that both teams are up there. And it can only do well, only good do for us. It keeps us going, you see. We know that City's in 3rd place and behind us there, and it keeps us going. And City will be doing their best to try and get up there. So it's exciting times.
So a strong City is good for United?
Yeah, it doesn't do us any harm, as long as the ball is at the end of the season.